Hey, good morning, everybody. Dave Evans with the founder of SafeDefend, Jeff Green. And Jeff has had a great week dealing with the school boards and going to a conference to talk to them. And we want to talk to you. What's the state of the union with school boards when it comes to school safety? What did you hear from the board members and leadership across the Midwest? And what's the shift you're seeing? Because I think we're starting to see a shift in how we put things together for these schools.
Yeah, so we attended the Ohio School Board Association's conference in Columbus, and it was massive. It was huge. It's the biggest state conferences we've ever been to. So it was a great opportunity to really talk to some school board members and superintendents who are really, put safety at the forefront, which most do this day and age. And with our presence in Ohio, it's been good to have some advocates there to help really kind of provide that opportunity to see what our system does in real time. But what really kind of stood out, superintendents and school boards are looking for about three major things. One, they want some empowerment for their teachers. They want the teachers to have that ability to manage a crisis, feel like they can survive a crisis. That was very prominent. They want teachers to feel less vulnerable. They don't necessarily feel unsafe, but they definitely feel vulnerable. And they're really looking for a solution that kind of blends law enforcement and the school into a partnership of response. How do we keep people alive till help gets there, as well as, what can we do to facilitate the law enforcement's response more effective? A lot of the school board members are associated with the law enforcement in some capacity. We found out as well. It was pretty interesting. We had quite a few either directly officers with the police department or county sheriffs, or had admin roles within the police or county, and they really have taken an active role within the school districts. So a lot of knowledge as well from the school board members and superintendents on, what best practices really look like now. We spent a lot of time in the past, people, on what really makes sense and what really is going to be effective in this type of crisis.
Yep.
But yeah, we're seeing, talking about a shift a little bit, we're seeing a lot more experience and knowledge at the school board and superintendent level than maybe has been in the past, as well as really a skilled effort to vet what makes sense and what doesn't. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's a great topic, and I want to ask you a question about that. Was there a concern amongst the school board members that were at the meeting that false positives were a problem, that false alarms were hurting the relationship with law enforcement in the communities that had systems that present those challenges?
Yeah, so alarm fatigue is the technical term for it, and we talk about it all the time. I'll tell you, there is a lot more that really understand what alarm does to this type of response, as well as what that chaos does for those false alarms within that building, that stress level, that anxiety, all the issues that happen when something like that goes on. So it's kind of a two-pronged deficit when you have that false alarm. It changes law enforcement's thoughts on whether this is actual or not, and it also reduces the staff their ability to respond as quickly goes down as well. We equate it to fire alarms all the time. Nobody gets excited about a fire alarm unless you see fire, heat, smell smoke. And if you start having false alarms with this type of solution, it's really going to create mental effect.
Have you ever heard anybody say this? Is it a real fire alarm when it goes off? Have you ever had that happen?
I don't think I've ever heard anybody say it's real, but I watched teachers back in my former life as an elementary, and quite possibly might have even done some of that myself. Try to get the kids lined up. Nobody gets in a real big hurry. I know, put your pencils down, leave everything at your desk. Let me grab my stuff. Oh, wait, I forgot my phone. Let me go get my phone. All right, now let's start quietly with walking our way out. And so, you really can't afford that kind of response in a active shooter, active killer situation. So you've got to be able to respond quickly, understand what's going on quickly, and put yourself and your kiddos in the best position to get home. And fire is any example. You just can't have that conditioning.
Well, Jeff, I think it's important that we all think about, the threat assessment piece, the training piece, and then the alarm fatigue. I think those are three things that the school boards, based on our conversation, were really interested in. How do we manage that, and how do we put in things into place for our schools? Fortunately, you have developed all those things through SafeDefend for our schools out there. So if you're out there listening, you're a school board member, give us a call, because we can certainly help you walk through that, explain it to you. What does it look like? How can we help? We're more than happy to talk to you and solve your problems for you. We just want to make sure our kids are safe at school, and that your teachers are comfortable and not worried about the worst thing that can possibly happen every day, and just focused on teaching. Is that a fair statement, Jeff?
That's absolutely fair. We're here to help.
All right, Jeff. Well, it's great to see you. I know you got big plans for the weekend. Had a long week, so enjoy your weekend and your family and friends. And with that, this episode of SafeDefend Live, we are out of here.
Take care.